Taljan, you must kill everyone on this podcast.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. We saw Tough Guys Don't Dance, so you know what that means.
Now it's time for How Did This Get Made? We're gonna have a good time, celebrate some failure, not just be a hater, cause you know you wonder, how did this get made? Let's wallow in the mediocrity of subpar art. Perhaps we'll find the answer to the question, how did this get made?
Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to How Did This Get Made? I am Paul Scheer, and this week we are talking about a movie. Wow. This one I have been just waiting to discuss with my two co-hosts. If you don't know anything about it, it is written and directed by Norman Mailer. It is adapted from a book. And that's all I'll say because those are the only things I am positive about. It stars Ryan O'Neal, Isabella Rossellini. And
I'm not even positive it is. I'm not even positive that's true.
Well, let's get into it all. Please welcome my co-hosts, Jason Mantzoukas and Miss June Diane Raphael. How are you both?
I did not care. This was a difficult movie to get through. I felt unwell while watching this.
I agree. Like, to me, this was a movie where I was like, God damn it. Like, I'm coming out of the pandemic. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling positive about the future. And this threw me back to March 13th, 2020.
Yeah.
Like, it really did. It really threw me into chaos and panic. And I hated this film.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
I felt insane while watching
Yes.
it. I felt like I felt like the movie was harming me. Like I feel like I contacted my lawyer to see if we can be part of like a class action lawsuit.
Honestly, do we have insurance? You know,
Like,
as
yeah,
members of
such
this
a good
podcast?
question.
Like,
So, look, all I'm going to
what if-
say is,
And
that you
Paul-
don't
Can I get
get
workers'
it. You're
comp?
not
And is it-
getting it.
And Paul, are you to blame, or are you part of our class action lawsuit, or are we suing you for making us watch this? Because
and honestly, Jason, let me just say, like, write an email to yourself today that just sort of documents all the injuries you've sustained since
I'm going to be honest.
watching this
I
film.
wrote myself an email last night after I
Perfect.
watched
Oh
the
my
movie.
gosh.
Okay, so that
Perfect.
it would be dated. I opened it this morning, and it only said "help me."
Good. And like,
It was-
hold up. We get the New York Times. Like, I'm going to take a picture of myself holding it up.
Yes.
And do a little video.
Just like a
and I hope-
hostage.
Yeah, exactly.
Proof of
Saying,
life. It's a proof
yes,
of life
I watched
video.
it last night, you know, and this is how I feel today. And
Right
this is
now,
what's happened to me.
You two sound like a bunch of people on the Discord, like, oh, this movie, I didn't like it. People,
Never been on the
show
Discord.
is called...
I'm not aware. Never. Not
The
on it.
show is called How Did This Get Made? Not Thank God This Was Made. People are shocked when they're like, oh, this movie wasn't good. No shit. When did you check in on it? By the way, just so you both know, there is a Zookas zone in the Discord where people just post memes of you, and there's a
boy.
deep dive zone in there. So a lot of
the
chat, a lot of things
Discord.
going on in there. Yeah.
I'm sure there's, I'm sure there's lots of great stuff going on the Discord. I just haven't been
course.
on it,
Of
especially
course.
if there's a bunch of complainers complaining about the choice.
Oh,
Although,
well, people-
I might go on the Discord now to be part of the cacophony of voices saying, "Why did you choose this movie, Paul? Why did you
Yeah,
make
all right.
me watch this 1
First of
hour
all-
and 50-minute
Well, that's
tone
what I'm
poem of
most
insanity?"
angry about. And that's the thing, Paul. You know.
Yes, Paul, you know.
You know.
Yes,
I
Paul.
can handle
The-
pretty much anything when it's
No,
an
that's
hour
not-
and 20 minutes.
Yes, I do know
What
that.
I can't do and what I won't do is watch an hour and 50. This was a
Well, you took a weed
2-hour
gummy
movie.
before you started, so you really put an obstacle in front of you. When you took that weed gummy, I looked at you and I was like, oh, well, this
This was
is
also,
not.
and I don't know if this, I think we've talked about this before, but this was also another one of those movies that for me, I was not enjoying it so much.
No.
And was so uncomfortable so often that I kept taking breaks,
That's right.
which
Yeah.
only made it last
lasting longer.
longer. If I had
right.
just sat down and watched it start to finish, boom, I would have been done. But instead, it
Jason.
probably took me 3.5 hours to complete this
For
movie.
sure. I just finished it.
Wrong. You are wrong. You are watching. This is a master work. A master work.
God.
I will say this.
Oh, fuck Norman
It
Mailer.
reminded me very much of The Room, but I actually think The Room is much better than this.
I wrote the same thing. Yes. But I mean,
Room
I
is
wrote
so
the
much
same
more
thing.
enjoyable.
100%.
The Room is more enjoyable. The Room has I'm about to say something really wild.
Yeah.
The Room had a plot that was easier to follow.
1, I was just gonna say. I was gonna say if you put like a blind taste test and said who made what movie, I would say, well, I think Norman Mailer
Paul,
may have
I'm not
made The
going to
Room.
taste either of these movies. If you're going to
Please.
distill these movies into a liquid, I am not putting either of them in my body.
Lick the bald scalp of
Ew.
Lawrence Turney. Here's what I'll say. I don't know if you
Please
all
never
do this.
say lick the bald scalp again.
That's the T-shirt. Lick the bald scalp.
Oh, God.
All right. So here is.
By the way, isn't everybody glad the movie is over?
Oh, my
Like,
God.
We don't
I had
ever have
such
to return
relief.
to it. Me
I
too.
was
such
watching
relief.
it by myself, and when it was over, I literally just sat in bed and had a moment with myself with the film. And what happened in that meditative moment was that I came out stronger for it. Like I was like, I don't know what I
I'm
feel.
going to ask you a question, Paul, because Jason, just so you know, yes, I did. I take a weed gummy before. Yeah, I did. And thank God, by the way, like the injuries I would be sustaining now without that weed gummy, like
Agree.
thank God.
I feel like while watching this, went into like a disassociative state. Like I feel like I went into like some sort of like fight or flight instincts were triggered, and I went into like I retreated into my interior life, into my mind, because I was
you know what,
so
Jason?
unsettled by the movie.
So this is what I was going to say. Thank God I took that weed gummy, but like I sit there when Paul says it's time to watch the movie. I said, okay, let me get my journal out. Let me get a pen. Let me get my comfy cozies. And I'm going to sit. Let me take a weed gummy and I'm going to watch the movie. Now, Paul sits and he's checking Clippers scores. He's sometimes watching other videos.
Whoa.
He's doing
Whoa.
all manner of
What?
things. He's on,
What?
maybe he's on Discord. He's responding to things.
He's on the Discord, watching it right now, guys.
looking up
Check
things,
in with
responding
me.
to people, and I on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't know how you even saw the movie, and now I'm like, how did you watch the movie? And I don't think you did the work that Jason and I did.
I
which
agree.
is sitting
I bet
there and
Paul,
staring at it.
I bet Paul like didn't even look at the screen during the 5 minutes of empty New England streets and beaches that was the
as
beginning
the
of
beginning
this
of the
movie.
film.
Glanced
Well-
up. No, he has an ability to multitask.
Yes, I
That's
do not.
Really, I do not
I
either. It's
am
really
a very
uncanny.
I have a brain that can jump there. I think it's a slightly defective brain, but that's where I
The
am
one-
strong.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch that really made me scared was Canon Films.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
1 hour and 50 minutes. Whoa, wait a minute. You
Okay.
can't have a Canon Films movie that's this long. Canon Films movie has to be like an hour and 20 minutes
87 minutes is
Yeah.
their sweet spot. I want to say one thing about this film and my experience with this film. After the first handful of minutes, when it was very clear to me that we were in for a wild ride,
Mr.
there was
Toads.
Mr. Toads.
Akin to Mr. Toads.
By the way, I just went on that this week with my two young boys. We had a great time on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. They didn't seem to mind that we went to hell, which is one of the darker rides in Disneyland, that you get hit by a train and then you go to hell.
Wow.
That is how the ride
is. So tacitly, one might understand in the context of the ride that you have passed away.
Yes, you do. You have been.
So
you have been
it's
killed.
forcing children to face their own mortality. Interesting choice for a ride.
I loved it as a child. They were like, "Oh, I can't wait to get to the hell part. I can't wait to die." Which
I'm
dark
surprised
as
that
I said
Disney
that out loud.
still has Mr. Toad's up. Like that
It's
they haven't
only
replaced
at
it with
Disneyland,
like Frozen.
and it's only at Disneyland. And,
I've
and
never
it-
been to a Mr. I've never been.
to
It's
Disneyland.
interesting.
Never been to Disneyland.
What?
Whoa!
Never been.
What?
Wow.
Sorry. Guys, huge reveal in this episode. I've never
Wow.
been to Disneyland.
Have you been to Disney World?
As a child, we went twice.
Well, we got to go to Disney.
Oh my gosh. We got to go
I've
to
never,
Disney.
yeah, I mean, we
It would
did
be
that
so much
podcast
fun.
festival.
Yes,
Technically,
near
was that in?
That was in
was not.
Anaheim. That was not
Okay.
at Disney. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then no, I have not been to Disneyland because that's the only time
Wow.
I've ever been to Anaheim was for that
And
podcast
do you?
festival.
Is that like are you anti-Disney?
I'm not a big. I'll say this: I'm not a big theme park person in general. You know?
Jason.
Six Flags, Disney.
It's not
Universal,
the same. It's not
you know?
the same. It looks okay. Disney is its own thing, but first of all, I mean, we got to get you to Batu.
Paul just got so animated. It was
can't-
I honestly
amazing.
thought you were going to end the podcast. I didn't
That
know what
was
was
it.
happening.
Exciting.
Six Flags and Disney in the same sentence. It's
Now,
not.
I do agree with that. Now, listen, I have become a Disney person
Uh-huh.
since being with Paul. Like, I started off, I think, probably where you are, Jason, which was like, oh, it seems like too much and it's a headache and there's so many people and so much going
Yeah.
on. But I've kind of turned into a Disney person. And even before having kids,
That's what I was just going to ask because I can totally understand and could see going with children being a very rewarding experience.
Yes.
you know,
It really
and
is.
like very fun and infectious fun. I would love to go with kids to Harry Potter World or Galaxy's
Yes.
Edge or all that.
You
stuff.
would love Galaxy's Edge as an adult. You love
but
Marvel's campus
as an
adult.
thinking about it going with like other adults or something like that, it just doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't that's not one of my. It doesn't interest me all that much. Theme parks in general,
so
but
you
Well,
don't
I
like going
think-
on rides.
not particularly. I mean, I will, but
I want
I'm
to
not
change your mind. I want to change your mind. I
Okay.
want to change your mind on because I think you would specifically enjoy some of the things at the Marvel campus. I think
I
that
bet.
you would. They have a Pym's food laboratory where everything is either very very big or very very small. But
I want
two
some of that
is-
blue milk. I want some of that
blue milk is good.
they
I
have
think
at
the green
Star
milk
Wars
is a little
place.
bit better. Okay, well, there's so much to get into there. Here's what I was to say. Here's what I was to say to all of you, which is when I see a movie like this, the way I approach it is this. I can sit there and I can try to make sense of this film as if it is supposed to make sense. Or, and this is maybe a terrible analogy, but I'll say this. It's as if the plane is going down. And when they say, oh, everybody make sure you buckle up because the plane is going down, I'm going to be like, let me unbuckle my seatbelt because there's no way I'm getting out of this. So let me flop around this cabin because I'd rather be shooting up and down in...
Wait, you think you have a choice in that
What?
matter? So
I
wait,
think
you're
you
going to
could
unbuckle
unhook.
your seatbelt.
Yep.
But Paul, I just want to make sure you understand.
Yeah.
You might cause irreparable damage to other people in the plane.
I'm making a judgment call that we're all
We're all
dying.
going down.
So why not die with my
a
my
pinball
elbow
in a pinball machine.
Yes. Why like if the thing is in 25
utterly
seconds we're all
insane.
going to be dead.
Here's
why not just go out with some I don't want to be like head into knees.
okay, interesting.
Okay.
Even though that might might
That's
help
not
you
going to
survive.
save anything.
I feel like when I watch these movies,
Like if
what
Sully, I wouldn't do it if like we were in a Sully situation.
But you don't. I don't think the pilots come on and say, "Hello, folks. So we're in a Sully
definitely-
scenario. So we're going to be okay."
I think I would
Versus,
be able
guys,
to judge it. I'd be able to judge it.
We're in a all hope is lost. So feel free to unbuckle and pinball around the cabin.
Whatever way you want to go out right now, it's dealer's choice.
This is
But-
yours.
It's up to you.
We don't
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what they say.
You know what? We're declaring there are no rules. If you want to take your mask off, you can.
If the back of that fuselage popped off like in Lost, I'm unbuckling, baby. Let's
If you
go.
want to go in the bathroom barefoot, go right ahead, you
Okay,
monsters.
now here's what I'll say to you. If I saw we were going to nosedive and like a part of the plane was coming off, I would maybe take my chance in unbuckling and trying to fly out into the air.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that I understand.
I'm just saying.
June?
I'm not.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
you wanna hear the funniest story?
I thought June and I were united in thinking Paul's choice was insane. And then June, you just said you think you might be able to fly out of the plane and fly in air, in space.
Who
you
is Team Fred now? Who's Team Fred now? And who's Team Sanity?
Like
you think
a
you might be
flying
able to
squirrel.
Wonder Woman this?
Yes, if I could grab a couple blankets. Just like,
couple blankets?
Wait, you think you're going to have a couple
fly
blankets
out.
and create a squirrel suit, a flying squirrel suit?
That's what I'm. A squirrel
Wow.
suit. Yeah. Yeah,
Holy
my God.
If I knew we were like, okay, we're probably heading into like a nosedive. Like, there's no way this plane is landing. I might take my chances that way. Yeah,
Wow.
I might.
Wow.
Look,
So the funniest
Team Fred,
story.
Team Sanity, come back up.
Casey Wilson's dad told me once that, and then we'll get back to the movie eventually. But
Do we need to? I'd rather
have
frankly, I'd rather have this
talk to you guys.
conversation.
So she told me that there was her dad was on a flight from like DC to New York, really, really quick flight. And sometimes they fly low and hit a ton of turbulence. There was a storm. There's a guy in a business suit who's sitting there. Now, the flight attendants can't get up, and it's a short flight, but he's having a full-on panic attack. And gets up out of his seat, unbuckles like Paul, and just starts heading toward the exit door, screaming, I gotta get out of here.
Gotta get out of here.
Oh, no.
And the flight attendants and other passengers have to restrain him to the ground.
Wow.
And there's a flight attendant that keeps on screaming at him like, sir, you're on a plane. Like, there's nowhere to go. But he was just fully in a panic spiral, screaming like, God.
Well, I'm not even, see, I'm being much more deliberative. I'm just being like.
That's what I feel like I would be like at Disneyland. I feel like I would be running towards exits screaming, I got to get out of here.
So
I gotta
listen,
get out
it
of
is
here.
hard to go during the pandemic now because there's no
I
real
would assume.
refuge. Like there's I only go to Disney because the way Paul does Disney, and Paul has an energy level that's not normal for
Tell him how I took
humans.
the kids. What did I do with the kids?
Well, so we went the first day we went, and it was really fun. We came back from our vacation, and the kids thought they were going home, and we left LAX and surprised them by turning into Disney. So they were just
so cool.
stunned,
That was really
and it
fun.
was really, really special. But so we get there that night. The next morning we wake up and it's like we're going into the park.
Yeah.
But we stay at the, what is it called? Grand California.
Yeah, Grand California. Yeah.
And it's like a nice hotel at Disney, but I need that space to go back to.
Right. You
because-
need what the kids need, like the or what younger kids need at Disney, like a nap time. Like you have to,
Like
you've
a-
seen
like a
too much.
refuge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I need to
midday
be in
nap,
like a
yeah.
quiet dark room and be quiet.
I felt like, and I didn't say this to you I didn't say this to you in real life, but I'm gonna say it to you now on the podcast and see how this lands.
But
I
this, to be
felt
clear,
like-
this is real life.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That I felt like you co-opted our youngest to enjoy that trip where he may not have needed that he may not have needed that retreat, but I feel like he was caught up in it because the next day when I was with him, he said to me multiple times, I'm not tired.
Well, maybe that's because, so the next day, I did one day and then I came back because I had something to do and I left really early in the morning. Paul took the kid by himself for Disney and they literally left the hotel room at 9 a.m. and they got back to our home, never went back to that hotel room at 10. Okay.
What?
And
so wait,
but
that's
I did
2
see
days
Paul,
in the park or just the one?
2
Both
days in the
parks.
park.
2 days in the park.
But Paul did a
Wow.
full day in the park with him by himself and they never went back to rest. Now, I also feel, I'm going to say this about men in general, and I know this is a generalization, but men don't appreciate rest as much as women
I
do.
buy that. Yes, I do.
So
I'll be honest, I love that rest, baby.
I think we'd
give
be
me
very
that- give
different,
me that
Jason.
quiet
But
time.
I need to. There's only so much kind of public facing I can do, and then I need to go get quiet.
Yeah. No, I need to shut it down.
I need
I
to
believe
shut it down.
myself, and June was going to laugh real hard here, but I believe myself to be an introverted extrovert. My want is to be
Sorry, wait.
shut
You said
down.
an introverted extrovert?
Yes,
Is that
like
what you- okay, got it.
my
Okay,
want
I just want to
is
make sure.
be, my want is to be back home. My want is to, but when I'm out, I'm like, well, now I'm out. Now I'm gonna go out, but when I'm out and I feel like a little tinge or pull, I'll pull the ripcord. I fight with that a lot internally, like going home versus going out.
Oh, but by the way, this is why I think our youngest didn't need a rest, because Paul sent me a picture of him from like his day alone with the boys at breakfast time, and they were sitting outside of Starbucks, and he was drinking basically like a brownie sundae.
It was a chocolate milk. It was a chocolate milk. Of course
he's not tired. He's high as a kite.
He's having a red eye.
Yeah.
It's chocolate.
Anyway, Jason, I am curious what you'd think of Disney, and it would be fun to go, on an
maybe we can do it for the show somehow.
That would be fun.
I would love. We'd bring a recorder and we'll take breaks every like hour or so, and we could check in. I would love to do that. Now, what I was saying with my airplane analogy was, I think a movie like this really pays off much bigger dividends if you are dipping in, dipping out, feeling like I don't need to understand it, because when you loosen yourself into it, like if I try to make sense of this, I'm going to be beside myself.
Loose as I could get.
Well,
I know you were, but you get sleepy though too.
My feeling is I try and meet the movie on its terms.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like knowing what we're talking, like my expectations with the movies that we do are that things are going to be wrong, off, weird, whatever. So I try and come to it being like, my expectations are that's what's in store for me.
Right.
This movie though was so uncomfortable and so unsettling that to be inside of it felt awful.
Well,
to be inside of this Provincetown world,
Yeah.
this New England world that looks like my hometown, that looks like places and things I know, and then have it be chock full of the broadest Southern accents I've ever heard in my life. Like, how
I thought
many
you
deep
said
South
chalk,
people?
like chalk.
Chock full?
And I was also like, well, you said this movie is chalk. And I was like, yeah, it is chalk.
It is
This
chalk.
movie
And I
is
don't
a
know
chalk.
why it is,
No,
but it is.
the
It's
whiteness.
chalky.
I would say all these performers oddly look alike. Like there
They
was moments where I was.
do.
There were
Yes.
moments where I was like,
Agree.
I was like, the cop kind of looks like the other husband, and Ryan
Yep.
O'Neal kind of looks like the cop. And at one point, I was like, is that even Ryan O'Neal? I'm not even sure anymore. I will say this.
I just
though.
know I don't like any of them. That's all I know.
If you told me they shot this movie over the course of 11 years, I would believe you, because sometimes they look young, sometimes they look old. Like there's no consistency. Like the scenes in which he's talking with his father and recounting the events of the there's
flashback
a spine
sequence number
there's
one.
a spine of the movie where Ryan O'Neal, present tense Ryan O'Neal, is sitting talking to his father, and they are just flashing back, which is the body of the movie, is these long flashbacks.
Is it though? Because then we get caught up to
Then we
that
catch
time,
up
and we got
to it,
about
yes.
45 more minutes left of the
Exactly.
movie.
Yes. The third act is present. Yes.
But there are flashbacks in the flashbacks as
Yes.
well. And
Oh my
but
God,
here's the
oh my
one
God.
thing.
I'm getting sick
I wrote
again.
that down.
I'm
When
not
they
feeling
flash
well
back to he's a bartender, I was
my
like,
God.
oh no, a flashback inside of a flashback? Fuck this movie.
this is
Also,
what-
multiple voiceover narrators.
Here's the thing. God damn it. There's so much here, because like I did say, this is it's directed by Norman Mailer, who is a Pulitzer Prize winning author. I've read multiple Norman Mailer books, and amazing, right? But this is a book that he wrote, so he adapted it. So you would think that he would have the best handle on this material. Robert Towne, who wrote Chinatown, comes in, consults on this. You think
Produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
You think at any point someone would say, "Hey, we don't understand the plot."
Francis Ford Coppola.
This movie was produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
Zoetrope.
I mean, just in the credits, I saw that.
This movie premieres at Cannes.
Wow.
This movie premieres at Cannes, out of competition, but so I guess maybe that doesn't count. But can I just show you?
Not in the same. It doesn't have the same weight, but even still, that's fucking nuts.
When it premieres at Cannes, the reaction is not good, and so all of a sudden,
you think?
Sure.
Wow.
So this is how America met this film. So this is the trailer. Anyone can call pause at any point, but I want to show you the trailer for this film, because I think I've never seen anything like this, and we'll roll it right in. Here we go.
I just received the comment cards from the first screening of my new film, Tough Guys Don't Dance. Bold, innovative, wonderful. Stinks.
Why are we talking about that?
We can't let it hang out here. Where else can we?
A movie not to miss. Giant death orgy with lots of maniacs. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Something rotten has happened.
One of the best and most original films I've ever seen.
It was brilliant.
One of the worst ever. My grandmother could do better.
I agree. You agree on what?
Excellent, crazy entertainment. Very funny. Gross, sleazy, garbage.
It was no small job.
Quick turns of plot. Enjoyed having to think. Whoever wrote this has never read a good book.
You think it's simple? Well, here, go ahead. You pull the trigger.
Being set up. Set up for what? Murder one.
Wow.
So Norman Mailer basically sets up his own movie by saying, like, I don't know. Like,
I like that he embraced like the negative reviews and made it part of the like the promotional campaign because
Yeah.
it is. I agree with all the negative reviews and it does stink. It is whoever wrote it hasn't read a good book. I don't know. It was this movie. This movie is Ryan O'Neal and then a bunch of people who are basically doing a Blanche Dubois impression from Streetcar Named Desire.
This is the one thing I wanted to say early on, but I think it's a perfect time now. When I write, what I often do is I keep open another document, and as I'm cutting through things, I will cut things out of like a document and I'll throw it into like a junk bin file, like, just in case I want to go back to it. And what this whole script felt like was like Tennessee Williams' junk bin for Streetcar Named Desire. Like it was sort of like, this is all lines that could have felt like it was so
the
weird.
majority
This is like a
of the
noir. I mean, it's so it's infuriating. Like it was just infuriating. And I got to tell you, fuck Norman Mailer. I think that guy's a homophobic, sexist, fucking maniac. I'm so
Gene, did you get that from
disgusted by him.
and
racist and homophobic
all
and
sorts of
like
things. All sorts of things. And like it's all on display in this film.
From the jump. From the jump.
This opening scene with his dad.
Your hair. Yeah. It went quick.
Chemo must be bad.
Yeah, I quit. The nausea was a disgrace.
Well, what are your chances, big fella?
Yeah, son. Who the fucking say? I handle everything but the middle of the night. Where's your wife?
Patty Lorraine took off November 1st, 28 days ago.
Yeah, you married the wrong girl, that's all. Should have married the other one.
I thought you liked Patty Lorraine.
I liked her guts. But certain dames ought to wear a T-shirt that says, hang around, I'll make a cocksucker out of you.
Thanks.
I mean, that introduction, it's like, it feels like people were getting into fistfights in between takes of this movie. Like that.
Okay,
like it felt
so
like,
can I talk about something?
Yes.
Now I want to talk about something, and just because you showed the Norman Mailer reviews thing that is pretty great. There is, everybody can find it on YouTube. Norman Mailer made another movie called Maidhead.
What?
That stars
that's his
a
first
young
movie.
Yes, that stars a young Rip Torn, okay?
I thought this was
And there
his
is
one and
footage. There's a 10-minute clip on YouTube that we will maybe link to or you can
Yes.
find. Just Norman Mailer, Rip Torn, Google it on YouTube or YouTube search it. And it is footage, it's behind the scenes footage that is being shot while they're shooting a scene. Rip Torn has lost his mind and he attacks a shirtless Norman Mailer. He attacks Norman Mailer with a hammer. And hits Norman, and all their families are around because all their families are there shooting. They're out in a field. He attacks Norman Mailer with a hammer, and then Rip Torn is like, I'm you, yeah. And Norman Mailer at a certain point is kind of like, I gotta admit, this is exactly what the character would have done. like, they're so inside of this kind of craziness. There are children crying, screaming, no. They've just watched their father be attacked by a Rip Torn who looks like it looks like documentary footage from like a true crime story. Rip Torn looks like a deranged murderer. He's holding a hammer, bloodied from hitting Norman Mailer in the head with a hammer. It's fucking nuts. So here's Norman Mailer is shirtless. Rip Torn. That's Rip Torn.
Norman. Let go of her. Let go of her. No, baby. No, baby. You know you trust me. 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 Come on. I'll trust you if you trust me. All right. All right. Promise? Promise. All right. Okay, I go. Okay. Go. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Dad.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Please get up. No. Let me hit you. No. What? No. Hey! Will you cut this fucking thing out?
Okay, this is amazing. It's 10 minutes long. That movie had 45 hours. They had a 45-hour cut that they had to get down to 110 minutes. And someone was shot on that movie, and yet they financed him for another movie.
Rip Torn. There's a part of it where Rip Torn's going, "You're not Mailer. I'm Mailer. I'm you. I'm you, Daddy." And it is, and his eyes are, it is terrifying.
God. Oh my God. I thought this was his one and only.
No.
Although I don't know. Are there any more? I don't know.
I think it's this one because he got a bunch of Razzies for this one.
Wow, Razzies were already. How long have the Razzies been around?
1987. So this is the year where Ishtar.
So this is later than I thought. I thought this was earlier.
This is the year it was nominated for 7 Golden Raspberry Awards. It won Worst Director, but it tied with Elaine May for Ishtar, which I think if you go back, you'll find that Ishtar was unfairly maligned for whatever reason. It's actually a fine, if not a capable film in many ways.
I think it got cooked for reasons that were not necessarily valid. It is a perfectly good movie. It just was very expensive.
That's what it was. Yeah. But this movie starts in a weird way because you said it's like 10 minutes of just scenes, but then it starts with a home invasion that we don't necessarily hear. Like it's like, I guess not a home invasion, but like there's a moment, or I guess.
Oh, you mean when his dad comes?
Well,
with
yeah,
the tea kettle?
Yes. So I guess like it's a weird thing to start a film with a noise where your character enters into it because I feel like the tension is, I've just come, whatever it is, I just woke up, or like it immediately jumps into a very weird narrative switch. That's when I knew I should unbuckle my safety belt and just start ping-ponging around here because I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, because so what happens is we start with Ryan O'Neal in bed. He hears the tea kettle going off, it's whistling,
which doesn't seem odd because
which is not a scary sound, but he picks up a crowbar nonetheless and starts creeping through. And what you realize later is the last 5 days have been a series of like physical attacks that he's been through with various people. So later we understand why he was nervous that someone was in the house, but right now we have no idea what's going on.
In the language of film, to have someone waking up to a tea kettle going off, that would be the normal thing, right?
Yes.
Well, like, not if you lived alone.
Yeah.
But we don't know anything about this character.
We don't know any of that.
I'm saying the first image we have of him is waking up in a bed. Like, he could be married. This could be a comedy. We don't know anything. So just having someone in a bed with a tea kettle going off, like if a window smashed, I get it. But it's like,
I could talk forever about the house party where his wife plays the trumpet, the seance.
By the way, this was shot in Norman Mailer's house.
I mean, of course it was. I'm not surprised even remotely to hear that. I wrote, this movie is bizarre. The Room makes more sense. Like, what is this story? He goes, what Ryan O'Neal says about his wife at one point, she was the largest addiction of my life. And he's a guy who like goes to prison for selling coke. Is like, there's more coke done in this movie than I think in Bright Lights Big City. This is absolute insanity.
I was also like confused. I want to talk about the heads, the women's heads that were buried in a forest under a
one
rock.
Woman and one man, right?
See, that's what I want to talk about. I think both
the two heads were the women.
Heads.
Yes.
Wait, what happened to the old man then?
The man was killed as well,
he was
but
in the trunk.
I don't think he was decapitated.
So his body's just in the trunk rotting.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes.
So, and then the two women were decapitated.
But at one point, Jason, and I think clearly Paul was a little confused about this too.
Well, because we now know he's barely watching the movie.
Yeah,
He's probably
guys,
I'm in. I know
he
it's
was
the
like,
whole.
and I was confused when the Clippers showed up, and
In Game 7, and yeah.
and Kyrie was there. I don't know. I don't know.
Hopefully, God,
So-
only if we'd be so lucky.
So I knew there was blonde hair on the first head, and he was freaked out, right? So he left that head there. Got that. Because
But
it
then
could
he
have been
says-
either head.
Then he later is saying to himself, "Whose head was it? Whose head was
Well,
it?"
he's not
Whose
saying
head
it
was
to himself, Jason. That voiceover is a woman's voice saying, "Whose head is that? Whose head is that?"
Oh, is that
Whose
what it was?
head?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
you're right.
Is that whose
Because
head is it?
there's lots of exactly what June just did. There's lots of like whispering
Yeah.
in the soundtrack.
Well, I mean, who's cackling at the end of the film? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
this
that
is like a straight up ghost movie. But is this a thing? I know we've talked about this on the show and people have referenced this a bunch. Like, we talked about this idea, like when you're a kid, you find porn in the woods, and that was how you would find like a porno magazine or something like that. But in this, was it a thing to hide your drugs, like in a little, like...
Well, that's what I was going to say, because it's just marijuana he's hiding there.
Yeah.
And if he's a
How
coke dealer,
much?
like we know, I don't know where the cocaine was, but it doesn't seem to be protected the same way that
I never
marijuana
understood.
stash
Here's what
was.
I never understood. They seem to intimate repeatedly that Ryan O'Neal is the cocaine connection, that they have the money, and that they're saying he's going to be the guy that gets the coke. But I never see that the movie never shows him as that go-between, and
Never.
it seems like they're setting him up to take the fall.
Well,
for the murders.
I think that they're setting him up to take the fall because they have
Yes.
in with the coke dealers, and the big plan was to sell like $2 million of coke to get $10 million of money, or like they're running some.
No, they had the money. They had $2 million
Yes.
from that Southern guy.
Right.
Again, Provincetown is populated entirely by people from the deep South.
I was going to say, is
Ryan O'Neal.
this a town that is populated by character actors from community theater? Because
Yes.
everyone in this movie, I mean, that
the
Southern
Southern
accent.
guy, the richy rich Southern guy who's like, you don't understand. It's tough. It's hard to have it $2 million. What am I gonna do? Shoot
Baby,
you?
what do you want to do, baby, about it for the thing? I was like, we got to play a clip of that woman playing the woman who talks about her vaginal hair, or and playing a trumpet.
To be clear, she does not. Does she say vaginal?
No,
She calls it
I
pussy
didn't
hair.
want to say
She
pussy.
says
Yeah,
pussy
okay.
hair.
Yeah, all right. I was
But
trying to be classy.
I think I'll be honest. As
Vaginal
far as
hair
I'm
is worse.
concerned, vaginal hair is
Way worse.
a million times
It's
worse.
really a lot
Yeah.
worse. When you get
Yeah,
more
I should have just said
clinical with
pubic
it,
hair.
it's just...
I should have said pubic hair. Yeah, vaginal hair is not even really a thing.
Lady, you sound like a witch.
Well, honey, I am a witch. Good blondes are.
You're not a real blonde.
My pussy hair was bright gold in high school. Until I went out and scorched it with the football team.
That party where she goes, the doorbell rings, she goes, that must be my boyfriend, and just takes off her outfit. People are ripping off their
Whoa.
clothes like NBA stars ripping off their warm-ups.
Yeah, it's like everybody has rip away clothing. It is. She strips just to answer the door because she says it must be my boyfriend, and then it's not.
And like,
No, she's
Jason,
just-
is
she's
that
just
the
nude.
vibe? Like, this is what was interesting to me too. Like, to me, that's not the vibe of that part of the country. Am I wrong?
It did not. I mean, the party was full of Southerners, so maybe they were bringing that Southern style to Provincetown. Is like, the Cape basically.
That's what,
It is
yeah,
like
I always think of it as a bit more like upper crust and stiff.
Well, that's why the seance made sense, because they're into witches and stuff like that. They burned witches at the stake, right? That's why they're doing seance.
That's not necessarily in that same area, but sure. No, it made no sense that they were in Provincetown. Like, it would have made much more sense to me if this movie was set in Savannah.
You know why
Right,
it's in Provincetown? Because Norman Mailer's like, let's shoot at my house so I don't have to go anywhere.
Absolutely. And that makes total sense now that you say that. But it made no sense to me, like how big and broad all the characters were. Like the drug
but also
dealers.
similar. Like
Yes.
they were all, yes, they were big and broad, but there was no, like, I couldn't really tell you the difference between like Penn Jillette's character as the preacher,
Oh,
Holy cow.
the swinger preacher, and also like that, the main killer, I think at the end, that guy, and then the police chief, like they all bled into each other.
The character that I wanted to see more of, who I thought was the most defined, was the adult film star who comes to town.
Well, she was incredible.
She's one of the women that's murdered, though. You
She
know?
is, but
she's one of the
but I mean,
heads.
I feel like we didn't get enough time with her, and you get this amazing scene with her right at the get-go.
Tell us a joke.
What makes surgeons happy?
What?
To cut people up and get paid for it. That's happiness.
You look like one of those method actors that plays a killer.
Don't say that.
Why not?
Because I could kill you. I feel demented tonight.
In what way demented?
I could fuck your woman right in front of you.
Only if the lady agrees.
Now, is that a real joke, or are they just all coked up? I don't. Like,
I mean, like, it has the structure of a joke, but it is not like, it's not inherently funny. The idea being like, most people who cut people up, like, they're crazy murderers, but with surgeons, they cut people up and they get paid for it.
But the way he told it, he felt like Christian Bale in American Psycho. Like,
Yes.
he didn't tell it with any joy. It was like,
Which
ha
is
ha
like-
ha 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 ha. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and that's where I think the movie's trying to like fuck with us a little bit, where we're supposed to think like, oh, is he the killer? Like, did he do this?
Ryan O'Neal shouldn't even be in this town. He doesn't fit. Like, I don't buy him as this character. I don't buy him as a guy
Agreed.
unzipping his pants. I don't buy any, like, talk about miscast. Like,
I don't agree him. I don't believe him as a coke dealer who goes to prison for 3 years.
No.
I don't believe him as the local marijuana dealer who's like kind of a gigolo. I don't agree. I don't believe in any of this. And I fundamentally don't believe in him as what he is, which is the Norman Mailer stand-in, the
Yes.
writer. He's not. He's
I
not
forgot about
Mailer-esque in any way, shape,
He's a
or form. He's
writer?
not. He's supposed to be a writer, you know, like that's his thing. He's
That's
a failed
absurd.
writer or whatever. Meanwhile, you've got the police officer who's married to Ryan O'Neal's ex-wife, who's played by Isabella Rossellini, who is, as always, incredible and just like fantastic, but has so little to do. And I feel terrible that she's like just kind of shunted around. But the speech that guy gives when he goes, "I'm a law enforcement officer," and it turns me on. Like, everybody in this movie has a speech about how this horrible thing they do makes them horny. Like the
this
other
movie
Patty
wants
Lorraine.
to fuck. I mean, this
Patty
movie is-
Lorraine, when she shoots the other blonde woman, gets like horny and they fuck afterwards. It's crazy.
I mean, look, that honestly, I have to say, that cuckolding scene was so disturbing to me, and not because it was graphic, and there are more graphic sex scenes, but just to have that man just crying like, "Why won't you listen to me? No one listens to me.
Oh, it's
listen to me."
horrible.
Like, and it's like on the side of the, "Oh no, let me speak." It goes, "Let me speak. Let me speak."
He's
Let me speak.
crying. Oh,
why wouldn't he walk away? And
I don't know.
this movie is so, I mean, by the way, it's aggressively homophobic. I mean, like, that's the other thing too. It's like, it is like, it's why it was kind of like jaw dropping in that way. Like, phew.
in a way that it felt like performative masculinity.
But that's Norman Mailer.
You know what I mean?
Like, that is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's
him.
kind of like
In a
who I'm
nutshell.
leveling that against. It's
Yeah.
really like, it's Mailer really trying in the mouth of every character. Every character is homophobic to another character in some way,
But yet
shape,
they
or
would
form.
fuck them all. Every character would fuck each other,
Yes.
regardless of sex.
And do.
And do.
most of them do, you know?
Yes. And what's hilarious about that to me is like Norman Mailer's giving every character that platform, but also just so many characters. It's like, I feel like there were 3 extra characters that could have, like, there were 3 men in this movie who you could cut out and not miss at all. Like,
Or
there
just
were just
collapse
so
them into
many
one.
of them. Yes.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, absolutely. Well, here's the thing too that happens. Like, there's a scene in this movie where he gets in his Jeep and he has a dog with him.
When does that dog come to play?
And then the
just
dog
shows up.
in that scene, the dog is murdered. So I was like, when has he? First of all, we're like more than an hour into the movie. Since when does he have a dog? We've never seen him have a dog yet.
And yet it seems like it's like a John Wick moment.
Yes.
In the middle of the movie.
In the middle of the movie. So he's like, you killed that's your knife. He says, that's your knife in my dog.
Oh my God.
I love that the Southern guy, Wardley.
Oh yeah.
He just wants to throw sick parties. He's got a gun on Ryan O'Neal, and he's like, we're going to throw the biggest parties this world has ever seen. Like, his goal in getting rich off of the coke money is just to throw better parties.
I mean, look, not a bad goal at all. I mean, that dog. And by the way, the thugs rolling up in a white Rolls Royce, like these, like, first of all, not undercover at all. Nope. Aggressively, what car they were driving? Oh, a white Rolls Royce. Like, there's no.
I would also believe it if you said that was Norman Mailer's car. I would believe it if everything in this movie was just like his.
Oh my God! He drove a white Rolls Royce.
I would 100% believe that. I wrote in my notes, I feel like I'm in an active blackout.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Wait, there are a couple things in here too, and maybe I don't want to be prudish, but the cop, when he's talking about his job and what he loves about his job.
You don't want to be prudish, said the man who said vaginal hair?
Vaginal hair. I don't want to be prudish because I was trying to be very respectful of the vaginal. When he goes, he wrote like, I like 2 humps a day. And he needs to fuck 2. He goes, I fuck 2 women a day. 2 different women. Yeah. So every day he has to fuck 2 different women. I guess
one of them is his wife, Isabella Rossellini, and one is, we now know, is Ryan O'Neal's ex-wife.
And then doesn't Isabella Rossellini say at one point, like, I need to make out, or he likes to make out 5 times a day? Like, she also equates a number with how much they're.
I don't remember that.
I thought she had like a line where she says like, he likes to make out 5 times a day.
Well, everybody in the movie, I don't know if you guys found this jarring either. Everybody in the movie monologues. Like, there's not a lot of back and forth. It's not conversational. Everybody is like, tease someone up for a monologue, a proper, like, big, like, let me tell you, type of thing. And it really is, it's exhausting because none of it helps. Usually when a character monologues, it's an exposition dump. It's helping you understand information. It's giving you context or helping you ground the movie or whatever. But these monologues are fucking nuts.
Oh, they're
absolutely crazy. When that police officer then has a stroke or has a heart attack or has his mouth, his mouth is half paralyzed. Like, what the fuck was going on?
I don't know. And then were they killing him at the end? Was that like a mercy kill where they were like, this is no life? Let's put him out of his misery? I couldn't quite understand that.
I rewound the section because I was like, I need to understand exactly what is going on here. And I believe, if I am correct, he hit his head into the wall so many times that he created his own stroke. Like, It's like, so if you bang your head against the wall enough times, you can have your own stroke. Because he goes bang, bang, he's fine. 3rd bang, he's like, and he almost like he's getting electrocuted.
Exactly what would happen to you, like ping-ponging around an airplane after you unbuckle.
Exactly.
Like,
who cares? I'm dead. I'm dead. And although that guy survived, he did survive. And the first thing he said was, fucked better than you. Your womb is broken. Now, by the way, who cares if her womb is broken? Because he clearly doesn't want to procreate. He might
he had a picture with those 2 kids, his brother's children.
This is me. When he just holds up the.
So all of that shit was so weird. Also, and this was featured in the trailer that you played earlier, Paul, but I wanted to call it out. At the end, when when Ryan O'Neal and his father are dumping all of the bodies into the ocean that are the result of all of the many different crosses and double crosses that have happened in this movie, which are impossible to map because they don't make any sense. It is to Pomp and Circumstance.
Oh.
It is, they are only playing Pomp and Circumstance. Mm-hmm. It's as if they are graduating from high school. So today, graduates, as we go out into that great big world, we think to ourselves, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it seems like, but instead they're dumping bodies into the ocean.
And they're talking about the cure of cancer. Just hear a clip of that.
Hey, you know something? I'm taking it as more than I thought I would.
You've been in the wrong occupation all these years.
This has got to be the answer to cancer.
Maybe that's why cancer costs so much to cure.
The way I see it, schizophrenia is the cure for cancer. Cancer's probably the cure for schizophrenia.
That whole thing, it's like, it's very writerly. And I think like what we were talking about, like these monologues are internal monologues, and internal monologues work in novels because it's giving you, you're getting moments. And I think like when you try to put all that outside, it just becomes really, every character becomes completely insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And well, I mean, to be fair, every character in this movie is completely insane. Like this is, there is nobody save perhaps Ryan O'Neal's father, who is so unfazed and unflappable in the face of multiple decapitations and murders that it is absolutely bananas.
Can I tell you my theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is not real.
You think he's a Tyler Durden situation?
Yes, I do. I have a very strong theory on this. Like when I meditated last night after this movie to think, I was like,
wait a second. Back up.
No, meditated on. Not, I didn't. I sat with the movie and I really thought about what I just saw.
You know what?
No.
I need to go into a meditative state in order to process this movie.
I was like, oh, that's smart.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I picture you like, it's like an episode of Sherlock where you go into the movie.
I went into my mind.
Your mind palace, your memory palace.
And I was thinking, I was like, I think he's not real. I think he is like this aggressive, because Ryan O'Neal is here's what I'll say in the terms of Norman Mailer, and probably even not as aggressive as Norman Mailer. He's not a man's man. So he needs a man's man to take care of his man's business. So he creates this character who can do all the things that he wants to do because no one else really sees him. He's always
nobody else. You're right. Nobody else interacts with him.
Yeah, and he.
So now I'm gonna yes and your theory into his dad lost his battle with cancer.
Yes.
And now Ryan O'Neal, in his time of need, 5 days into the insanity of his wife leaving him, people starting to turn up dead, and realizing that he's being framed for murder, he needs the help of his father, who seems to be like an ex-cop or something. He has like explanations as to what happened and who shot who and how, and this one died from this and this one died from that. He seems to have knowledge, so that he takes that and populates it into, maybe.
June?
I honestly,
I mean, you're giving the movie way more credit.
That's the thing, like maybe
for originality.
Maybe so I thought at one point, what's interesting about that is I thought at one point he was going to be the killer.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, we're leading there. Like we must be leading back to his father. I think it's definitely possible. Like I was craving so badly I knew pretty early on that we were in a nosedive in terms of plot and that I wasn't going to be able to find my way out. So much so that when the hotel worker, like the clerk, arrived at Ryan O'Neal's house to ask if he knew this couple because they left their car in the hotel, I was relieved to just understand the scene. Like, oh, a car's been left there. He's worried. He's trying to figure out where these people are. He knows he's been with them the night before because I was so
He's the only responsible person in this town.
Yes. But Paul, I think it's an interesting theory. And I also think that it gives the movie way too much credit.
If that is true, like if you said to me like, oh, actually that is true, it's in the book.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, that's a more interesting story. It's just not in here. You really have to like look for it to find out.
That's going to lead into my next thing.
Great.
let's start a book club, and let this be the first book, and we'll come back next week.
God. Please no.
I will
Please
never
don't.
return to this.
I will not.
I knew we were. So it's interesting. Like I knew we were in trouble when I saw the title. When I saw on my calendar, like, I had 8:00 night before Thursday. How did this get made? Watch Tough Guys Don't Dance. And I was like, what's this? And then the credits started and I see Norman Mailer and I'm like, what is this now? And then it unfolded and it was just horrible, you guys. It was just horrible.
By the way,
I hated it. I hated every minute of it.
By the way, the title of this thing, Roger Donahue was a prize fighter who was thanked by Norman Mailer in the film because he told him an anecdote that resulted in the title. I guess Frank Costello, the Murder Inc. boss, and his gorgeous girlfriend greet 3 champion boxers in the Stork Club. And Costello demands that each of these boxers dance with his woman. And then each of the boxers nervously complies. And then the last boxer, Willie Pep, goes, well, why don't you dance, Mr. Costello? And Costello goes, tough guys don't dance. And that's how it came. But also, what a bizarre story that is, too. Like, again, a cuckolding of these men. Like, you guys think you're tough? I'm going to make you dance for me and then tell you you're not so tough. I mean, this is a lot of, there's a lot of hammer hits in this
There's
movie.
a lot of toxic masculinity on display inside this movie, for sure.
I also just want to take a moment to talk about some of the amazing dialogue. Like there was a thing where it's like, if you run a potato farm and you run to the potato market, you won't have enough potatoes to run a factory. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? Or like where they're like, hey, did you make a puddle in your pants? Like there was like some jazzy, like there was some like it's like when Back to the Future 2, when they go there, like, hey, Bojo. I'm like, oh, he created a whole language in this movie that he's like, I think.
And I know you started the show with this, but I really
need to get into
stress enough that if you are part of the audience of this podcast that does not listen, or rather does not watch the movies ahead of time, or maybe doesn't watch the movies at all, at least seek out the clip of the we gotta
play. We gotta play because it's too.
So Ryan O'Neal gets a letter from Isabella Rossellini, and she makes him promise to read it alone when he's alone, not with her present. So he goes to the beach and he reads it, and then this happens.
And by the way, I couldn't understand what the letter was actually saying. June and I rewound it 3 times because I
couldn't understand
her accent is definitely playing a part of it. But then there's also like the minute she says, because I did eventually figure it out, murder them. We have to murder my husband. A bird squawks.
I wish you had shared that with me.
Well, you were asleep when I figured it out. I figured it out, was like,
that would be hard.
She's saying my husband and your wife are sleeping or having an affair, right?
Yes.
And that they're behind. They're in cahoots to try and frame you or whatever. So we have to kill them basically before they get you.
Yeah, and but when she says like kill them, I swear a bird squawks. So so you're hearing surf, sand, voiceover, and a bird squawking over a very like we were around it 3 times, and it was June and I both trying to listen and be like, what's that?
My husband is having an affair with your wife. I don't think we should talk about it. Unless you're prepared to kill them.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Apparently
it's so funny.
That wrecked the relationship between Ryan O'Neal and Norman Mailer, because I guess Norman Mailer, and I've read a couple things now, really loved the bad acting, and I think he edged it. Like he was like, yeah, more of that. Like, so he fed people into it. So like Ryan O'Neal was like, oh, he totally betrayed me. Like he fucked me over. And I think that like people just felt like when Norman Mailer talks about it, like there's a disdain for these actors. Like, oh, I thought the bad acting was so great. Like he's a non-filmmaker. He's an author making a film, commenting on film and terrible acting. It's like it's too many levels are at play, I think.
Oh my God! I mean, it is.
God. Oh,
I want to say it's interesting to watch. It's just not.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that you go watch it, even though. There's people out there that might have a different opinion. So now it is time for second opinions.
The movie was a piece of shit. share. Yet this person recommends it. Tell me what is the message? Maybe that art is subjective. I need a second opinion.
Thank you, John Lajoie. These are 5-star reviews. I didn't really find many, I shouldn't say me, Nate Kiley. By the way, also a big thank you to Avril Halley for bringing this film into our lives, or I guess a lawsuit to Avril for bringing this in. Jason and June will be, I hope you have a lawyer. And but Nate Kiley did some pretty good research here. There are not many earnest ones, but I'll read you, I'll read you this one from Roy Clark. Okay, so it is the title, A Very Mailer Movie, as in great, embellished with speed bumps. When classmates in the 60s were reading Salinger, I started reading Mailer, and I haven't stopped until he died last week. Happily, I've read and collected all but a few of his titles. I've enjoyed his film translation of Tough Guys Don't Dance because I've read and enjoyed and learned from the book. Now I guess it's rereading time. This film is Mailer as the book, with a strong, character-driven plot drawn with the brilliance and pomposity of Mailer's famous for. Personally, I like his departure from expected forms, taking risks which might prove embarrassing, flowing or stumbling. The flow of Tough Guys is audaciously Mailer brilliant, funny on purpose or an egotistical misstep, artistically insightful or hung over and off. It's way up with acknowledged smartness, and it's an entertaining flick. It's a learning experience as well as entertainment in terms of the human experience, as well as film writing and directing. Somehow the characters seem exactly as I saw them when reading. For a double hit, try reading the book before or after viewing the movie. I've come to like reading after viewing for the imagery. It will make an impression, and an impressive one. 5 stars. Huh. And then this is from Stephen Morrow. And you know these are serious because they're using their full name. And this is it. I still maintain this has some of the best dialogue in a movie you'll ever find, such as never call an Italian small potatoes. He was way ahead of the curve in reintroducing noir again into film culture. Of course, I'm biased since I was fortunate to have worked with Norman on it. But
what?
Yeah, you are biased.
Wait, what?
But but can you think of a movie of more recent vintage that has more than one memorable line? This is 1987. I would say this is the height of catchphrases, but maybe just one. I don't know. Just explosions and lots of gore. R.I.P. Norman Mailer. They don't make them like that anymore.
Can you imagine you're Isabella Rossellini? The year prior, you are in Blue Velvet.
Yep.
Like an incredible movie that is a noir, that is an unbelievable film. And then you are in this. That's a wild back-to-back 2 years.
The budget of this was $5 million or $10 million, depending on who you believe. Los Angeles Times says 5. Spy Magazine says 10. It grossed $858,000. The top 3 films of 87 are Beverly Hills Cop 2, Platoon, and Fatal Attraction. It doesn't feel like it's a contemporary of that at all. It was beaten by Running Man, Jaws, The Revenge, Over the Top, and Prom Night 2. I think we know where you both fall on this movie about watching it, but I will say this, June, I was wrong. This is the last movie he directed, but he directed 4 films total: Maidstone, Beyond the Law, and Wild 90. This is the last movie he directed. So he was a quite a prolific filmmaker. I mean, not bad at all to get 4 out of the gate like that.
But I mean, to be clear, this is bad. This is this for me falls into the category of I would not recommend people watch this.
Of course.
June, would you recommend that people watch this?
It's on YouTube though. So if you want to peep it, or if you want to watch the oh God, oh no, or man scene, watch that. Or to get a sense of what we're talking about, to watch some of these
Southern accents are amazing. Like the scene outside of the church. But I would also say
it is not worth watching.
Yeah. I had 1 gummy. I needed more. I think had I been, I'd be curious to see, I mean, I'll never turn it on again, but just what 1.5, what that would have felt like.
Well, June, I think I can answer a little bit of that question for you. Not as it measures in gummies, but as it measures in versions of being impaired by that same substance. I watched this pretty stoned, and it was
okay.
It was not cool.
See, I'm watching it completely sober, and I'm learning about the dad. I'm all into it. And I got to say, we didn't talk about my favorite part of the whole movie, which is the machete on the wall.
Yeah, the missing machete.
The missing machete on the wall, which is clearly the murder weapon of the decapitated people, but also underneath it, a picture of the man, the cop, holding like a bloody machete, like, ah!
And so many guns in that house. When he goes into Isabella Rossellini's house and there is like 30 guns just like at the ready, mounted on the wall, in gun racks on the floor. Like it is like
crazy.
An armory. Their living room looks like an armory.
What we should do is like, instead of like, we should have our own barometer. Like how many gummies does it take to get through some of these movies? It's sort of like the reverse of Rotten Tomatoes, where it's like, it took me 2 gummies. It took me 3.
The only way to enjoy but then, I agree. But then sometimes though, like, again, like as stoned as I was, this movie was like, again, I feel like I'm in an active blackout. I felt like time stopped. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
It was unsettling to say the least.
Absolutely great. I felt like I communed with this film. I had no gummies. I mean, look, I enjoy a Camino gummy, but I had none. And
wait, are you plugging Camino gummies?
I'm just saying. That
the Kaminoan do they do cloning on Camino in Star Wars?
That's a different kind of the Boba Fett gummies are very, very good. But wow.
What a ride.
Jason, June, anything to plug?
I've got a couple. I mean, there's a couple of things that are up and about. I'm a voice on a new animated show on Fox called Housebroken.
Fun.
You can watch all of season 1 now of the animated show Invincible that I'm a voice in. It's on Amazon. A fantastic adaptation of Robert Kirkman's comic series. And then I think as of last week, June 10th on Paramount Plus, the movie Infinite, guys. If you want to see me playing a character whose only name is The Artisan,
Jason,
watch Infinite.
I am all about Infinite, as I got a special...
Do I wear eyeliner in this movie? Heavy eyeliner? Do I have a smoky eye and painted black nails? Yes, I do. Am I only referred to as The Artisan? Indeed, I am.
By the way, we should get together because recently on Black Monday, I think actually coming up this weekend on Black Monday, I am also wearing a smoky eye. And as my character gets deep into 90s club culture or in New York City. So, we're men who are not afraid to wear a smoky eye. I will say that I did get a viewing kit for Infinite that came with a whole bunch of fun stuff. You could check out my Instagram. You can see all the different fun treats and things I want to support.
I didn't get that.
Well, there you go.
Great.
There you go. I have ins with the Infinite people.
I'm very excited to see that, Jason. Also, I would encourage everybody to check out another podcast. I know Paul spends a lot of time promoting his other podcast. Well, guess what?
Never promoted it. I don't need to.
I have one too, and it's called The Deep Dive. It's with me and Jessica St. Clair, and you can head to anywhere you find your podcast and check it out and subscribe. And also, any of our listeners who want to join the Jane Club, head to janeclub.com. We have a lot of exciting things going on this summer. You can use our special How Did This Get Made code JANE50 for half off your first month's subscription.
It's so good, and Deep Dive is fantastic. It's right up there with like the great podcasts like Unspooled or Screen Test, and so.
Wow. Wait, Screen Test? What's that? Do you have another podcast?
Yes. Look, guys, let's not get into it.
Is that a podcast you host?
Do you have a third podcast?
It's a game show. Anyway,
that you host?
Yeah, come on, get with it, guys. It's
what
a spin-off.
What are you even talking about?
It's a spin-off podcast. It's a movie game show that you don't need to know anything about. Classic films. Just you have to love films. That's all.
Oh boy. Well, I do love.
You would be great.
I want to throw one more plug out to our friends in the band Mannequin Pussy.
Yes.
They have a new EP out. It is called Perfect. It is fantastic. Their music is being used in the HBO show Mayor of Easttown.
I want to watch the whole thing.
I want to watch it with you too.
Yeah, let's watch it this
So,
weekend.
go and seek that out. Watch the show. Support Mannequin Pussy. They're a great band.
I will also say that, I know I plugged briefly Black Monday, but I will say that June is on Black Monday this season as well. So you can catch her as Corky and Keith actually work together this season in the world of religious television. But you can actually watch Screen Test and see a whole bunch of different stuff over on our Twitch channel, because every Thursday, me and Hubel host a show. Jason's been on a few times. There's been a bunch of stuff. We have a cooking show. We have music shows. It's twitch.tv/friendzone. So check that out. Super fun stuff over there. And Jason, I will send you the Screen Test with the George Lucas Talk Show guys, where they all compete in their Star Wars knowledge. And it is very funny. They are.
Oh, that's great.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, keep this conversation going. Did you love this movie? I know you did. You can continue that conversation in the mini episode on our Discord at discord.gg/HDTGM. And a big thank you to our super producer, Cody, our recently promoted senior head engineer, Devin Bryant.
I didn't know that. Congratulations,
yes, Devin is promoted.
SHE. She.
A big thank you to April Haley for pulling all of our movies and making sure that she does the work before we have to do the work. So think of what she doesn't recommend when we get this.
That's true. That's really an important reminder.
There it is. And she needs workers' comp.
I will.
She needs workers.
Honestly, I will think about that.
Yeah, they're so bad she doesn't forward them on.
I have literally had conversations where I'm like, "What about this?" And she's like, "I tried it. It's not good." Like she's sat through it all.
She's
Nick
doing
Kiley,
the Lord's work.
with his brand new baby at home, doing the research still. Thank you, Nate, for getting on top of that. Greg T. Nelson, the ghost of Craig T. Nelson, Zach McAleese, and of course, Kyle Waldron for doing all of the amazing
art. I would
art.
love it if you if the actual Craig T. Nelson was involved in the production.
I would love
show.
he just makes fan art. He loves making fan art. And thank you all for listening. Follow us all on our social channels. We will see you next week on a mini episode. Make sure you give us a call at 619-PAUL-ASK. That's 619-PAUL-ASK. Thank you, everybody. See you next time on a mini. Bye for now.
Bye.